This is an Indian Hawthorne called Spring Sonata, and we're going to jump over and show you the other two Indian Hawthornes in the garden in just a second. This one gets 4 to 5 feet in height, and I put it on the small screening plant video. Plants that can be used as low hedges. I think we called it low hedges or low screening plants or something a week or two ago. I included it on there because this is a really good option for having something that's 4 or 5 feet. Not everybody needs a screen that's 15 feet tall, or maybe you need something around a patio that just gives you a little privacy while you're sitting, but you don't necessarily want to put the entire garden in a prison, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean, where it's completely walled off. So good choice for that. 4 to 6 feet mounding habit, white flowers in the spring, kind of a purplish berry on it later in the season. If you have deer are very fond of Indian Hawthorns, so they need to either be close up to your foundation or probably not used if you have heavy deer pressure in your area. But other than that, really easy, low maintenance ornamental plants. It's finishing flowering, and when it starts to leaf out a bit, the new growth has a kind of a burgundy-ish hue to it, which is also pretty interesting. But just a well-behaved mounding evergreen plant. This one happens to get about this tall. I'll show you a couple others now. That Spring Sonata is part of the Clean Sweep series of Indian Hawthornes. There's just 2 right now, but I think there are more coming. These are been bred for really great disease resistance, because some of the old varieties of Indian Hawthorne have leaf spot issues that thin them out. Old Snow White and several others that have just been sold for years and years and years. This Clean Sweep series are just really literally perfect foliage on them. But that's Clean Sweep Spring Sonata, and this is Clean Sweep Snowbank. And you can see how compact it is. That's 3 years in the ground and hasn't been pruned once. And it's coming into flower now. And you can see that what I'm talking about that kind of little reddish hue to it has on the new growth as the flowers are finishing up. And that's about all the growing it'll do. It'll only grow 4 or 5 inches a year. So you can prune this after flowering in the spring. I could cut it in half if I wanted to right now, literally, but I don't need to. But if I needed to, I could, and it'll just flush right back out from that. And then Rosalinda, which we've shown several times recently because it's in full bloom right now, that's almost a tree. So there's the differences in some Indian Hawthorns. This Rosalinda will get the one at the Ralston is probably 15 feet tall and 15 feet wide as a tree. Very, very fragrant flowers. They're much less fragrance in the dwarf ones. So there's Rosalinda that gets 15 feet tall, Spring Sonata that gets 4 to 6 feet tall, and Snowbank, which gets 2 to 3 feet tall.